All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the fabulously talented and beautiful Jennifer Cetrone. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Let me do some introductions around, starting off with our cool, outrageous man about town, my co-host and husband, Mr. Ron Russell.
So I heard you're Irish.
100%.
Actually, folks, this gorgeous girl is 100% Italiano. And we talked about it before.
She didn't say she was 100%.
Listen, I could say whatever I wanted. I'm on this show, you know? I could say that you're a nice person, too. But I'm going to lie.
Then we got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Chad.
You do look
beautiful. You can't
beautiful.
see him. He's behind the scenes.
She's really pretty, too.
And then we have a chat room full of people, so say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everybody in the chat room. Thanks for joining us.
There you go. Okay, I'm making sure.
Meanwhile, you better tell your boyfriend to throw a net over you, because now that you're on this show, you'll be seen by over 4 million people. Out of the 4 million, you're going to have a lot of degenerate perverts that'll say dirty stuff. And then you'll have a lot of gay guys that want to be you. And then you'll have a lot of straight guys that are looking for a wife.
Wow.
So you're going to get a variety.
And you'll have a lot
men.
of lesbians and a lot of women.
No, the lesbians, we don't like the lesbians. No, we don't. We don't like lesbian people.
That's not true.
I just want to start a war.
I know.
No.
Well, you know, politically, I'm neutral. I don't care for Trump, and I hated that lesbian, whatever her name was that was running, Hillary. So I'm neutral. I don't take sides with anybody.
Not at all.
Equal
opportunity. If you say in Hollywood you don't like Hillary, they attack and kill you. But you know what? What does it matter? I really wanted the other one to come in, the old man. But he didn't make it at all. What was his name?
He doesn't remember.
Bernie Sanders.
Everybody in the chat room says you look amazing. So tell us, where are you calling us from in California? It's nice and sunny and beautiful in your background.
It is. It's Malibu, so it's not too shabby.
Yeah,
oh,
that's nice.
Excuse me. Oh, it's Malibu.
I was wondering how you were funding all these things.
Pardon me. And are you in the colony in Malibu?
I'm not. No.
I'll come right through the screen. I'll choke you, little bitch. If you're in the colony in Malibu, my favorite place. You know, I was there not long ago. I have to name drops because people like it. About 20 years ago, I was at Shirley MacLaine's place. You know, her beautiful little bungalow on the sand, and she had all sheepskin covers all over her furniture. And I don't care for that because I don't like to sit on, animal. So I said, can I sit on the floor? And she said, is it more comfortable for you? I said, absolutely, because your sheepskin makes me, weirds me out. So then she turned around with a joke. She said, well, you're the only one. She said, my alien friends that come to visit from Mars, they love it. Or something to that effect. Anyway, I loved it. And I saw 1 million movie stars on the beach. And some of them needed cellulite work done. You see them in the movies. They got beautiful bodies. And you see them on Malibu Beach.
Go all the way to yours and turn it all up more. Up higher.
Hi. Is that better?
Is that better, Chad?
Now you can hear my rusky Tony Curtis voice. Anyway, then I saw one famous guy who everybody thought was so sexy. And he made a movie with Marilyn Monroe. And it was called, Marilyn was Cherie on the bus stop. And in Bus Stop, there were scenes where he was exercising in long johns, and he looked like he was endowed like a cow or a horse or a mule. Well, I saw him in a bathing suit in the beach, and I thought to myself, why doesn't he pad when he goes out on the beach so people still have that thought of him? But that's the things that people think of, He was absolutely convexed.
Anyway.
She didn't like that. She's a lady. I like that. She absolutely ignored it and thought like this man is vile.
No. I think you're very entertaining and honestly quite funny. I was even listening in before I called in and you guys are a riot.
Good. That's why we're the #1 web show in the world. I like to brag because nobody else does. Do you have that jealousy? Like friends of yours that you grew up with, they suddenly don't recognize that you're a movie star? Huh?
Oh, she froze.
You froze, honey.
There we go. Okay.
Can you answer the question?
What was it?
What was the question? It was breaking up.
The question is, do you have friends that you grew up with who never ever mentioned the fact that you're a movie star?
Well, I'm not a movie star.
In my eyes, you are. Don't argue with the boss.
I have friends who feel they go way back though and treat me very normally, and I might as well
You froze again.
do anything. It doesn't really make.
But do they ever ask you about your work?
Sure, they ask me about my work, and they're very supportive, which is nice.
Oh, see, my friends, no, my friends all jealous because they're all old, ugly and fat, and because I grew up with them, we're all the same age, and they hate me because I have hair, which is my own, and I look pretty good for 76, and I'm working still. So they, like I say always, if I were a plumber, they'd say, "Hey, Ron, how is it? Did you fix that kitchen? The guy that had the leak in the sink?" But when I make a movie, they don't say, "Hey, Ron, how was your movie?" They make believe it never happened. So I find that weird, and I ask many of our celebrities that same question, and many of them say, "Yes, my friends never discuss the fact that my name is George Clooney, or somebody else is great."
Actually, Jessie, do you know who Jessie J is, the singer? I love Jessie J.
Yeah.
She has a song, and it's all about how everybody treated her like shit, and then they came running back now that she's like such a superstar, and she's got a song about it. I forgot the name of it, but it's a great song.
Nobody takes it better. Nobody
love
tells it better than Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand said that some people actually came out and said, "You're never going to make it. You're too ugly." Imagine saying that to a human being. But they're cruel. You know what go sees and cattle calls alike. They're cruel. I mean,
actually,
terrible.
you are smart. First of all, okay. So everybody, we're going to talk about. She's got a TV series. It's called Riley, or Riley the series is the website and everything. It's going to be hilarious. I actually found out about Riley the series because there's this kid whose name is Justin Sorvillo, I think maybe, and he follows me on Twitter and Instagram and always likes all my pictures. And I looked at his profile and he was always promoting this thing called Riley the series, and I was like, oh, that looks like it could be like really fun about a washed up, basically pop star, which we're going to talk about it in a minute. And so that's how we kind of like got introduced to have Jennifer come on the show, because I think the premise of the show is just genius. And I think it's really good. And we're going to talk about it in a minute. But before we talk about it...
I just want to say something. I'm auditioning again. I'm back to auditioning. So if ever you need an elderly, crazy fag, you got me.
Have you on.
There you go.
You got me. I mean, I work good. I really have a pretty good, record. I have a big history of film. I'm in it 55 years. Just goes to show you could work in Hollywood for 55 years and never be a star. And I consider that an honor, and I think I should get an award. And they should give me an award saying, Ron Russell never made it, but he's still working.
Hey, there's different degrees
Well,
of
I could have jumped off
it.
the Hollywood sign.
There's different degrees of making it. Before we talk about Riley the series, though, I just have to, because I am like the biggest boy band. Like I love boy bands, right? So I was looking on your IMDb, and I was like, oh my god, like you were an extra or something in Long Shot. I don't know what you did in Long Shot, if you were actually in it, but did you get to meet any of the people? Like, I love that movie. I love those dumb gay movies. That's probably why I like Riley so much, because it's about a pop star, and those had all the pop stars were playing in roles in it. Like, did you get to meet the people in Long Shot?
Yeah, I met some of them. It was an interesting time. Back in that time, everything in Orlando was all about the boy bands and Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. So it was all kind of that circle, and we were all of that age, and all of them were kind of coming up. So it was a very interesting time, and it always brings me back.
I love it because I actually I've met Nick Carter a couple times, and Aaron Carter and Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick. I actually have a video called Jimmy Star is the Shit, and it's like a video series of, I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, and they're all wearing my clothes saying Jimmy Star is the shit. And
that's awesome.
Which Ron hates that whole thing, but I'm from Florida. I used to go to Orlando to Spooky Empire's like horror show thing like all the time, and that's where I would meet all these people. And so I was such a big boy, and even now there's a TV show going on in the UK right now called Let It Shine, I think, and it's basically the boy band Take That. The guy from Take That has created a Broadway musical, and they're looking for the 5 guys who are going to play the band members in it. And I watch it on YouTube because we don't get it. It's in the UK, but I love all that boy band stuff. So when I saw you were in Long Shot, I was like, oh my God, I love that.
How old are you?
She's young.
She sounds like a 19-year-old girl.
Oh, I wish. I'm 33, so.
Oh my
Go
God,
away.
Go away.
You're older than I am. Oh my God. You sound like 19. You have a 19-year-old voice, and you look young, which is good. You're going to have long range in business.
So you're playing your age in Riley then. You're basically playing your age. All right, so let's talk about Riley a little because this is really fun. And Chad, you have the trailer, right, that I sent you for Riley?
That I do.
Okay, so first let's just tell everybody a little bit about the premise and
But wait, I just need another question. Are you on TV or Roku or any of those streaming things, or is it regular? What is it called? Regular TV?
Well, we literally just premiered our pilot episode just about 2.5 weeks ago, and we shot the first 3 episodes, and then what we're really looking for is distribution or a streaming platform or network to partner with to produce the rest of the season and the series.
So how do we get to see your show, your trailer?
You can
show it right now.
No, I know that, but I mean, I didn't mean trailer. I'm a little tired from my walk in the woods.
I'm gonna go over all that. Let's talk about what it is. We're gonna after we talked about it all, then we'll let everybody
Jimmy,
know
I'm trying to sound cool. We're talking to a young person.
Cool.
When I talk to young people, I don't know what the hell to tell them.
I know what we're doing, so this is like all me. So all right,
do
everybody.
the old bags.
So first of all, if you guys want to know more about it, you can follow at Riley the Series on Twitter, or you can follow at Jennifer Cetrone. It's JenniferCetrone. And Riley the Series is spelled RILEYTHESERIES. And if you want to see the pilot episode, you can go to RileyTheSeries.com, and you can check it all out. So basically, here's this. Riley is an original comedy series about a former teen pop star. Now in her 30s, she's struggling to overcome a publicly humiliating downfall and subsequent nervous breakdown. Now, first of all,
it's my life story.
First of all, you wrote this, right?
I didn't write it. I co-created it with the writer, Tracy May. I can't take any credit for the writing because I'm not a writer, but she's quite prolific and very talented and very funny. And together, she and I co-created this series, and then I obviously am starring in it, and I executive produced it.
Okay, so this is because this is really like very funny, and it totally. Well, first of all, I think we should play the trailer so people can see the trailer. So Chad, do you have the trailer?
I do.
All right, so Jennifer, you introduce the trailer, and then hang on, we're gonna play it so everybody can see it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
So the trailer is an amalgam of those first 3 episodes that we've shot, and it really just kind of follows Riley's journey, gives you a sneak peek into that, and as well as we have a tremendously funny and talented ensemble cast. Justin Servillo, who you mentioned before, is part of that, along with some other really terrific actors, and we get a sneak peek into their journey as well. And Riley has some questionable love interests, some that she should choose and some that she's not. We sort of take a look at her lack in judgment at the moment.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's see it.
Yeah. And
I want to see it.
She's working as an online and telephone psychic. So that's
terrific. Oh, I love it already. I love it. It's demented. I love demented stuff. It's fabulous.
All right, take it away, Chad.
Yeah, quick. I want to see it.
Here's Riley the Series, everybody.
We're living the dream. Giving psychic advice for $1.95 a minute.
Sally, I'm telling you, I totally sense a new love coming into your life.
Here we go. Cheers. Oh, man. Henry is totally into you.
Yo! Check it out! Remember that teen pop band that had that crazy lip sync scandal on that award show? The lead singer flipped out on stage. This is her! Oh! Yeah. Hashtag fallen angels. Career death. Oh, no!
Hello, ladies. I got 50 new followers on my Twitter page last night. And guess who got recognized in a gas station bathroom? Me, what? I live tweet all my performances. This is me, saving the environment.
You're a freaking mime. You're not supposed to talk or tweet.
It's sent.
Hello, gorgeous. Hello, you.
So what's your plan, Riley? You're just gonna give up on life because you're trapped in some horrible moment in time?
Public humiliation and a dead-end job.
You know, I got my brother's van tonight. It's super nice. It's got real pleather in the back seats.
You need to dream.
And what if I fail again, huh?
There you go.
California. All right, everybody. So
Yeah.
that was the trailer for Riley the Series, which you can see episode 1 if you go to RileyTheSeries.com. So I think this is hilarious. First of all, the fact that you're like a psychic and you're giving out like love advice.
Love it.
In the first
It's all
episode.
topical. It's all today. It's all topical. But listen, honey, if you do hire me, I never work before 10 or after 5. I need my own dressing room on the set. And I need a massage at least 2 hours every morning before I perform. And lunch and dinners are brought into my room, and no one's allowed in there to annoy me from the extras.
You guys,
Very low maintenance.
yes, very low. You guys, you really have to watch this. So first of all, the first thing when I first heard, because when I originally reached out on Twitter with Justin, I didn't know. I knew it was about a pop star, but I didn't get it was like that they had a meltdown, which totally made me think of like the Milli Vanilli thing. I don't know if you're even old enough to know who Milli Vanilli is.
Well, how about we go back to my day, Judy Garland, when she did, what do you call it, that movie that she melted down from being a big star, singing star? I can't think of the movie now.
I don't know.
Star is Born. Well, he had the meltdown. I'm sorry, the husband had the meltdown, but she melted with him. But anyway, it's a good, interesting plot because it's got everything. It's got psychic, which is hilarious, and it's got meltdown, and it's got all the references to when you were, which are hilarious pieces of work. I do a lot of
I love the picture that they put up of the album Triple Threat, and that the girl who's like your best friend who works at the psychic hotline was the girl in the group.
Right.
You know, which is really fun. And is the boy in the group going to have a character in it eventually that he gets to be made fun of too?
He is, yeah. We get to explore all of those characters, and we'll see a lot of flashbacks too as the series progresses. So there's a lot of comedy that can be found in there. And season 1's already written. So that's done. We're just doing a few last-minute rewrites. And then Tracy and I pretty much know where we want to take the subsequent seasons as well. So
some of the best comedy is You Used to Be.
Oh, totally.
All those You Used to Be's never fail. They always, I mean, I did stand-up for 45 years, clubs. And whenever I did I Used to Be's, the audience loved it. They love it when you make fun of what you were and now you're something different. I'm going to watch the show, and I know you're going to get picked up.
Thank you.
And if they don't pick up your show, put on a short dress, go to Hollywood Boulevard, get picked up. You can make a good living. Those girls make a couple of thousand a day.
All right, so let's give some shout-outs to some of the people that you get to. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I don't know.
What'd you say? Jen, what'd you say?
That won't be the most promising outcome if that's how all of this winds up.
Well, it's one way to wind up a career.
Well, let's give some shout-outs to some of the people. So you have the writer. What was her name again?
Tracy May.
Okay, so we want to give a shout-out to Tracy. And I know the guy, I wrote down a few of the people that are in the cast. I hope I don't, if I miss people, but just to say hello and congratulations, because I really enjoyed it. I watched it this morning. You have Joe Hernandez-Kolsky, who's actually an Emmy winner. I don't know what he's an Emmy winner for, but congratulations to have an Emmy winner in your cast. So that's fabulous.
Thank you. Yeah, he put a whole thing together called Downbeat 720, which is a program that helps youth kind of find their artistic voice, and that was on television. And
cool.
He me for that, yeah.
And then who is the person who plays your girlfriend who was in the group?
Hillary Barriford is her name.
So we have Hillary Barriford. I have Liz McGeever.
Uh-huh.
I have Scott Spicer. I wrote down Justin Sorvello, even though I actually know him. And then Nick Apostolides.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, wow.
Apostolides.
There you go. I'll take it.
Now, Jen, listen. Yeah. I don't do the inviting on the show because Jimmy does all the technical. But since you're Italian, I have to do something for you. And as soon as you're picked up by a major network, you can come on and we'll give you a 10-minute spot to advertise it and tell us where to go to see your show.
Thank you. It's very
nice. All right, sweetie? Because I like you also. You're sweet.
Thank you.
You know.
So how
also, I'm trying to be nice to you in case you hire me.
So
it's called
get that writer over to me so I can start working on your request now.
Okay, well, it's called Hollywood ass kissing. You know a lot about. No, you know a lot about that.
No, first of all,
actually, I'm making 2 movies. I can't say what I'm making.
No, you can't talk
but
about
I'm making
that
a very major production where I'm going to play a gay.
You don't know what you're going to play.
I think it's an old gay ex-ballet dancer.
Oh my God, look how beautiful she is.
She's gorgeous. I love her. She's beautiful.
Anyway, hold on. I want to go back because first of all, I think this is a really cool thing. You know, there's so many projects out there nowadays, and we have a lot of guests who come on the show who who maybe aren't getting all the roles through all the casting, so they've created their own projects to get their own work out there. First of all, I think it's genius. It is the way to do it, and it is a way to get noticed. The fact that your project is a really it's a really good topic, and it's a really fun one, makes me think it's going to be very successful. We actually had there's a show called Venice. It's called Venice the series, and basically it's a soap opera about lesbians, and we had all the actresses on it, and we've had like half the staff, half the cast of it on, and a bunch of them are Emmy award winning. They're all famous soap opera actors and actresses, and they funded the entire thing through Indiegogo.
Wow.
They're on their 5th season. Two of the seasons won Emmys. And their 5th season is out, and I think they raised about $225,000 to do 13 episodes.
That's tremendous.
And it's a really cool thing. And I just think what you're doing is really smart. It's really inspirational, and other people listening who are looking to get into the industry, because not everybody just shows up and becomes like a Ben Affleck or something like that. It takes a lot of years and a lot of work. And if you can create a vehicle that helps make you shine, and it's a good vehicle, I'm not saying like create something that sucks.
Jennifer, can I say something with no comedy? This is the hard talk.
Of course.
When I was 21, we had back then the approaches that we have today with this, that, and Twitter and Twitter and whatever, I today would have been a far more famous actor.
Mm-hmm.
In my day, you heard the rumor through somebody, they're looking for somebody. You went down, there were 3,000 people. They're all acting like Marlon Brando. It was a very difficult time. I was very lucky. The first film I ever made was with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter.
She might not know who that is. You know who that is?
Fellow Italian. How can you know?
Well, you know Sophia Loren, who she is. And Tab Hunter was the heartthrob of the day. So I was lucky, but that never got me anywhere because I was an extra, but a visible extra.
Featured.
Feature. So if it were today, I could have blown that all over Instagram, and that's what you have to do. You have to.
She is doing that.
Oh, she does that. You are one of.
That's how we met.
Oh, you're crazy like him.
She's probably not quite as crazy about me.
Jimmy's got some award now for having a zillion million Twitters.
He has over 1 million Twitter followers.
He's got almost 2, but didn't you get an award for something? What did you just get? An executive something?
I just got verified on Twitter. I'm very excited because I just got verified on Twitter.
Okay, that's a big deal. I have no idea what that means.
And I also found out my Twitter rank because they rank people on Twitter. There's 974 million people on Twitter, and I'm number 1,051. So
and I have an enormous Twitter following.
Earlier, I saw that.
Yeah, my Twitter following is bigger than his. How many follow me?
I don't know. You have like 20,000.
20,000 followers.
He doesn't do his Twitter. I do it. So
20,000.
So let's go.
That's for hardly doing anything.
That's right.
I hate it.
So let's talk a little bit. Okay, so now you've got Riley the series, and you've got a bunch. You've got the couple of seasons planned out, and as it gets bigger, you'll be adding more people to the cast. So if you could add anybody to the cast, like who's somebody who's like the male and female person in Hollywood that if you were like, if I could do a project or have one of these people in my project, this is who I would really like to have and I would love to work with, or like a bucket list of who.
Probably a Julia Louis-Dreyfus would be on there.
Oh my God, that's a great one. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Who the hell is
she's
that?
From Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
Remember, she's comedy, so she's likes, because everybody else always says like Angelina Jolie, Natalie Portman. Like we always get all the dramatic people, so that's nice to have a different answer. Okay, and how about a guy?
A guy. Probably. Roseanne's husband.
Arnold?
John Goodman.
Oh, I think. Oh, Harks. Yeah. You know who I would love to work with. I would love to work with Big Mama. No, not Big Mama. What's her name?
Oh, Medea. He likes Tyler Perry's Medea.
I love Tyler Perry. I just love him. I wish I'd go on his show to tell him how much I really love his work and love him. And I'd love to be in one of his Medea movies, even in drag. I would have a ball. He's a great comedy writer. Have you ever seen Medea?
I have. And his story, too, of how he came up producing theater and doing all Productions Live. I mean, his story.
Multi-talented. He's fabulous. He's got a new Medea coming out. Supposedly, it's a rumor that he and the other black guy that plays Martin Lawrence, they're supposed to be the two of them in drag.
It's going to be a mixing Medea and Big Mama.
So that's got to be with those two big broads. I mean, it's got to be a riot. Got to be a riot.
So who was your favorite boy band? Like back in the day, who did you like the best?
I mean, I'm probably an NSYNC girl, you know.
Okay.
Right? Justin, back in the early
days. I love NSYNC.
Yes, but no, Justin even now. Justin back in the day.
I don't know who they are, but NSYNC, I know who NSYNC is.
You know who NSYNC? Justin is the lead singer of NSYNC.
I don't know their names. I've never made it with. If I date them, I know who they are. If I don't date them, I don't know who they are. And sometimes before I married you, I used to go on a date, and by the middle of the night, I forgot the guy's name.
Okay, so let's pretend like you don't.
Ever do that? Jennifer, ever go on a date with a guy, and by the middle of the date, you forgot his name because you couldn't care less about him? When you start to look at the menu for hours, you know the date's down the hill. When the menu becomes interesting, she's gorgeous. I love her teeth. Got beautiful teeth.
You have beautiful teeth.
I'm a tooth freak. I love people.
Chad is puts pictures up on the TV screen so people can see stuff.
Right.
And so, like, there's a picture of you with your hair waved over, and you look just like a supermodel.
The teeth are like perfect teeth, beautiful teeth.
So so let's pretend like you didn't have a boyfriend right now, and if you didn't have a boyfriend and you got to pick any Hollywood dude to go out on a date with, just to go on a date, you don't have to like.
Well, it would be me. There's no question about it.
Besides Ron.
Because I would be the most fun date. No sex, no kissing, no nothing but fun.
No responsibilities. Exactly.
Who's the celebrity crush? And that there's got to be at least one.
I mean, I'm kind of a Ben Affleck girl. I kind of all he does. The fact that
I was going to say that. I thought Ben Affleck.
Okay, did you see Live by Night?
No.
Okay, go see Live by Night. It got panned and everybody said it was terrible, but Ron and I loved it. And he's the star of it. He's the star of it, and it's such a good movie. It came out in January, and I don't know why everybody didn't like it, but
because they don't know good film. If you know when you go to a film, you want to see beautiful photography that makes you happy and interesting.
It's a drama, so it's not a comedy. It's about the Irish mob in the 30s.
Oh, cool. Oh, now I know what you're talking about. I remember seeing
Very good.
I forgot the abbreviation for the head photographer.
Director of photography?
Yeah, DP. The DP on this film is incredible. Did a phenomenal job. Beautiful lighting. The acting was very, very good. Not Academy Award, but good. The story was interesting. It had twists to it, but it was something that you'd have to use your mind to enjoy. Unfortunately, audiences today only want to see bridges blow up, people fall apart in pieces, arms fly off.
It's an actual story. You have to pay attention. It has what's going on.
Here's what I always say. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
That's the movie. So everybody out there, don't listen to the critics because they said that La La Land is the best. To me, La La Land is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. The dancing is horrific. They don't know how to dance. You want to compare it to Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire, the real musicals of years ago. The people who are loving that film are the young people because they've never seen.
She's gonna like.
Well, they've never seen the old films, so they think this is a new thing.
Let's ask her though. Did you like La La? I liked it. I didn't like all of it. I thought parts of it were really good and parts of it were not so good. So listen. Don't
call it a musical when neither one can sing, and don't call it a dance movie when neither one can dance. You want to see a dancing movie? Okay, go see High Strung.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie. So did you like La La Land?
I did like La La Land, but I also I can respect what you're saying as well, though. I mean, I think it's sort of, I mean, it's for this younger generation.
Absolutely, and it's Hollywood hype.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like one of the best movies of the year by any means.
No,
like,
when I lived in,
I liked some of it though. Like when she did the song audition, some of the musical parts I liked, and the story's been done a million times, but it was all pretty good. But I just thought that, they're not great singers and they're not great dancers, and they did really good considering that they're not known as. No, they didn't do
really good.
Yeah,
when I lived in Beverly Hills, I used to get invited to all of the Oscar parties because of my friends. One of them was celebrities, and in every party there were 2 or 3 people that were paid to run around the party and to bring up the subject. Oh, isn't La La Land fabulous? It's going to win the award. And I know that happens. Our audiences don't know that. But they're called hypers. No matter where you go, I used to go to screenings. And after the screening, they have a little bit of that cheesy wine that tastes like vinegar. I would have to listen to these pitches pitching. Oh, it was this. So it's Hollywood hype right now, and everybody in Hollywood, people in Hollywood are cattle. They all go with what's to say. In other words, if you like somebody, they make you like them. If they hate somebody, they make you hate somebody. Like poor Ben Affleck, who you just mentioned. He's going through the ringer all the time. Now he's a drunk. He's a drunk, and Jennifer's kicking him out if he doesn't kick his habit. Where the hell do they get this information from? I'd love to know. So when Donald Trump talks about bad press or whatever it is that he screams about, it's okay.
Bad press.
It's bad press, and we've got to stop this. It's cruel.
Unfortunately, everybody likes that TMZ stuff.
Because everybody likes garbage. Nobody wants to hear that Angelina Jolie is magnificent and fabulous, nor do they want to hear that Melania is breathtakingly beautiful and dresses fabulously. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear Melania is divorcing Trump soon. That was the new headline I saw, because they're separated.
Hillary's fleeing the country.
Yeah,
She got caught fleeing the country.
Yeah, Hillary got caught running away from America because she's going to jail. I mean, I could pee from these headlines. Sometimes I just read them and I think, how do they get away with it? I mean, like if I was famous, they'd say Ron Russell's gay. I mean, I have to sue them for that slander.
Yeah, right. Actually, there's a movie. It's called High Strung, and it was a dance movie. It's like #1 on Netflix and #1 on iTunes. And it's a hip-hop meets... It's kind of like hip-hop meets classical music about a violinist and a ballet dancer, and it's a really great movie directed by Michael Damian, who was a soap opera star
and a good friend of ours. So we always push his movie, but not because
it's not
Michael's
good. It's
our friend.
Really good.
You know who Michael Damian is, the soap opera star?
I was a Young and the Restless fan.
Okay. Well, I'll introduce you to him because he's really nice.
Michael he's fabulous, and he and his wife Janine are now writing another movie, unlike this one, but it'll be another great movie. So, hint, 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 there might be a part somewhere. Hint, hint, hint. No, really, there is. I'm not allowed to say anything about it.
So he says things about it.
I didn't say anything about it. I said I'm not allowed to say anything about it. I never mentioned names. I just said about it.
That's okay. So we got to move forward. All right. So first off, everybody, we want to make sure everybody watches the pilot episode. So when will the next 2 episodes of Riley be available for people to see?
We haven't announced the date yet. It'll either be the end of this month or the very top of March for #2, and then the third will be released shortly after that.
All right, so you guys go to Riley the Series. Is that the best place to go send people? RileyTheSeries.com. So go to Riley'sTheSeries.com. You guys follow Riley the Series on Twitter. They're also on Instagram. Follow Jennifer at Jennifer Cetrone on Twitter, and you're on Instagram too, because I follow you on Instagram and on Instagram. So make sure everybody go and see it and support it. And tell everybody about it so they can get lots of views, because if they have lots of real views, they can get picked up. And we want them to get picked up and financed. I want to congratulate you because it really is a brilliant concept, and it really is a lot of fun to watch.
And I look forward to seeing it. I do. Now, listen, one of the little things, my daughter Deirdre, the other one that's an actress, beautiful redhead with blue eyes, we were talking, and she was just getting a role. And she told me what they were paying her, and I thought, Deirdre, what's going on? She said, Daddy, if you make $10,000 in a movie, even being the 6th, person, it's a lot of money.
I went on,
and I don't realize that you hear all these $1 million salaries, but you don't hear all the other struggling salaries, right?
No, there are. I mean, actually, we shot Riley on a SAG New Media contract, and all the actors worked for deferred pay. So we were just blessed to get,
right.
I mean, nobody got paid, including me. Because I think...
Well, you wouldn't, because you're the executive producer.
Well, to be able to do good work is important. And I think people are willing to take less to something very nominal if they get to tell a good story.
Actually, I was on the castings on IMDb yesterday. I don't ever go on there and look, but I was just looking at them, and they had 220 movies that they're casting for on there. And I would say 75% of those movies were for no pay or deferred pay. So, there was hardly anything.
Well, because everybody today thinks being an actor is, getting in the middle of stardom and being photographed in red carpets and what are you wearing and who's your designer and all that bullshit. In my day, my people were Paul Newman, Joanne Woodward, who lives in the Village. We knew them from the studios we used to go to. The great Marlon Brando, the great stars, the real actors who didn't give a shit about money or fame. I mean, Marlon Brando, he smelled like a dirty body. He never bathed. And he used to go to acting classes like that, and everybody would like sit 2 seats away. That's how bad he smelled. And he didn't care. It was about the business, the acting, the love of the business. I don't find too many young people I talk to today say that. They want to be a star. They practicing their signature for autographs. My day, you didn't do that, and if you did, you never discussed it because people thought you were a jerk. You know, they would laugh at you. Yeah, you're signing autographs, you idiot.
You didn't have reality TV though. Reality TV has really wrecked everything, I think.
And reality TV is not talent. No one's reading lines. No one's studying. No one's acting. No one's stepping out of who they are into someone else.
Yeah.
So I think the business has gone shit.
I think the whole entertainment business with all the reality stuff has damaged a lot in the entertainment
you know
industry.
who Marlon Brando is, right?
Of course.
And Paul Newman. Joanne Woodward. Joanne, I still write back and forth. She's old now, and she's disgusted with it also. Because in her, like when she did Long Hot Summer with Paul Newman, they had to stop their love affair because it was being visible in her portrayal of this frigid woman who Paul was after, and she kept denying. And she said to me, like, I just wanted to turn around and kiss him so bad, and I couldn't. I had to, because she was falling in love with him, and that's the movie they fell in love in and got married on.
Well, they were married for all those years. They had
yes, and she's all alone now in Connecticut. She works with the ballet a lot because she loves the ballet, and she does a lot of benefits. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and Joanne, if you're listening, I'm sorry, she runs the Paul Newman products. I think she still does that. I really should get in contact with her, ask how she is. But I see her on Facebook. She's on my page, and I get all the dirt. But great, great actress. Great actress. Fabulous.
Actually, do you like Melissa McCarthy? Because she's a great comedian. I think she's a great comedian.
Her.
We like her a lot.
I love her. I think she's beautiful. Now that she's lost weight and they made her up in that movie with the high turtlenecks to cover her fat chin, but still her face is gorgeous.
That was a compliment, believe it or
not.
No,
it is. But I think it was too obvious. They could have put flesh-colored netting on her neck and tied it behind the neck like they do with everybody. And it would have pulled her neck back, and that collar was stupid.
She's got great timing, though, and I think you're gonna, that's a good person, like I don't want to say role model, but I think you've got good comedic timing as seen in Riley the series. I think it's going to be very successful. Everybody, listen up. Follow.
Yes, but wait a minute. One thing about McCarthy is the skinnier she gets, the less prop she has to make funny. When she was very fat, people were laughing at the fact of her fatness and that she couldn't do anything but roll around and act fat. Now that she's thin, she's lost her prop. What is she going to hang on to now to be funny? I'd like to see that.
I think she's just a comedic genius. I mean, if you even watch her on SNL doing the impersonation she did last weekend, I mean, her timing, it's
fabulous timing. Fabulous.
And she's authentic. Like, I just think, and a great acting teacher, Annie Grindley of mine, once said that comedy, really good comedy, is normalizing the bizarre. And I think that's so true.
Does that very well.
Does that so well.
And
actually, so do you.
And comedy,
you do that really well.
And comedy is reversing the negativity, but making positive the negativity of something. Yeah. I do that. And I have a great talent for hitting the button. I've been told it all my life. When it comes to comedy, you talk to me, I've got an answer always for you that's funny, and I know exactly when to put it in there. It's instinctive. Like Jimmy steps on my lines a lot when I do this show because he comes in with something and I say, don't. I'm ready to hit the button, which is the delivery, the laugh.
Yeah.
Melissa has that talent.
Yes, I agree.
You have that.
And you do, from that little bit of a clip that I saw.
So here's everybody. One more time, everybody. Please check out RileyTheSeries.com. Please let me know and keep us posted of how it's going. We'd love to bring it back. Maybe when you get picked up, maybe we do like a cast show or something. And we have like 5 of you casting.
I told her
Skype
that.
in at one time.
I told her that already.
You didn't tell her to have 5 of them cast in at the Skype in at the same time. I'm not saying.
I didn't tell her that I'm going to beat you up after the show either, did I? But I am.
So everybody, listen up. So we want to thank you so much. Thank everybody who's helped set this whole thing up. Give a shout out to everybody in the Riley the Series cast and the writer, which I forgot her name already, Tracy something, right? What was her name again? Tracy May. Okay, so congratulations with all of it. We wish you all the luck with it, and thanks so much for coming on the Jimmy Star Show.
And you're a sweet girl, and if I were young and straight, I would ask you to marry me. So the stupid jerk you're dating, if he's not begging you to marry him, kick him in the teeth and get rid of him. He's not worth it.
And I would say yes. So thank you.
What'd she say?
And she said she would say yes in a heartbeat. So hopefully he's going to listen.
Well, who is this jerk? Give me his address. I'll send my friends from Brooklyn. After they talk to him, believe me, he'll marry you.
Uh-oh.
Good luck with everything. Thank you
Love
so
you,
much.
Jennifer. You're a sweetie.
Bye.
Bye, honey bunch. And good luck with the show. It's going to be a hit.
Thank you so much.
I know. I have a good feeling.
All righty. Bye-bye,
Bye,
Jennifer.
beautiful. She's so sweet.